Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Exercise 1L of Chapter 1. Your main objective will be how can we round the numbers according to the decimal places or according to the significant figures. So quickly let me explain you how can we round the numbers according to the decimal places. So here I have taken two numbers. First of all, you have to know that how do we count the decimal places. Remember, after the decimal, the first digit is called the first decimal place, the second digit is the second decimal place, and so on. This one will be the third one, this will be the fourth one. Now I will show you how can we round both these numbers, like this one where my cursor is right now. How can we round this number according to like up to 2 decimal places, and how can we round this number up to 2 decimal places. Now when we say 2 decimal places, what does it mean? It means that after the decimal there will be only 2 digits in your answer, not more than 2 digits, right? 2 decimal places means after the decimal there will be only 2 digits in the answer. So if I look at this number 4.5629, it has 4 decimal places after the decimal. I need only 2 of them because they said rounded to 2 decimal places. So what I'm going to do, I will draw a line between the second and the third place, right? Just to see, like, how can we round it now? If you remember, for the rounding, we always look at the next digit, right? This side is actually my answer, but before saying that this is my final answer, I have to look at the next digit. You can say I have to look at the third decimal place. If it will be any number from 0 to 4, I will ignore it and I will say yes, this is my answer. But if it will be a number 5, if it will be a digit 5 or more, like it could be 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, then I have to add 1 more in the last decimal place. Let me show you. Here 2 is saying ignore, right? So I will ignore it and I will write my answer like 4.56, or you can say 4 and 56 hundredths. So this will be my final answer. As you can see, my final answer is having only 2 digits after the decimal because I want to round it to 2 decimal places. Now if you look at this one, let's round it to 2 decimal places. So I need the first decimal place and the second decimal place. I will draw a line after the second decimal place. Now look at the next digit. What is the next digit? It's 8. Can I say 3 and 72 hundredths is my answer? I have to look at the next digit. It belongs to this group. 5 or more, add 1 more. So this means that this 8 is saying add 1 more to this 2, to the last decimal place. So your final answer will become 3 and 72 hundredths, or you can say 3.772, right? So this is your answer. Sorry, this one will become 2 plus 1, it will become 3, right? This one will become 2 plus 1, 3. So this means, like, if the next digit is a small number, it belongs to this group of 0 to 4, we will ignore it and we will take this side as an answer. But if you look at the next digit, the third decimal place, it will belong to this group, 5 or more. Then you should add 1 more to the last decimal place. It will get 1 more, so 2 plus 1 will become 3. Clear? So this will be your final answer, and clearly we can see that our answers are having only 2 decimal places. So let's solve some questions from the exercise. Now your exercise, it says write each number correct to 3 decimal places and 3 significant figures. So we will solve with the help of according to 3 significant figures later, but right now we will round them to 3 decimal places. So first of all, what do we have to do? We have to count the decimal places. After the third decimal place, you have to draw a line. So this is the first one where my cursor is right now. This is the second one. This is the third one. So I will draw a line after the third decimal place. And now look at the next digit. Does it say ignore or does it say add 1 more? It belongs to the first group, 0 to 4, ignore. So it says ignore. So this side, all these digits will give you your answer. So it's 3 and 209 thousandths. or you can say 3.209. So this will be your answer, right? Let me solve one more for you. Here, 3 decimal places. First decimal place, second decimal place, third decimal place, right? Draw a line after the third decimal place and look at the next digit. What is the next digit? The next digit is 7. Does it belong to the group 0 to 4, ignore, or does it belong to the group 5 or more, add 1 more? So it belongs to the second group that says add 1 more. So it says add 1 more here, right? So 1 will be added. 7 says add 1 more. So finally your answer will become 254.163, because 2 plus 1 will become 3. Clear? Now solve 4 and 10 on your own and then play the video to check your answers. So here are the answers for question number 4 and 10. In question number 4, it was saying, because when I drew the line here, it says ignore, so the answer was 0.073, and here it says add 1 more. So this 0, when 1 was added to it, it became 1. Now clearly you can see from all the answers that we have only 3 decimal places in our answers, not a single extra decimal place. All my answers are having only 3 decimal places. That's all for the rounding of the decimal places. I will make another video to explain you how can we round the numbers up to 3 significant figures. That's all for this video, girls.